Hello, everybody. It's time for the hardcore motherfuckers. Hardcore hermit read.
Ken was born this way, and she loves it.
We're gonna do hardcore hermit now. Okay, so you could dealing with a Gemini and a Aries. Gemini and Aries. The lovers and the emperor. Huh.
In today's society,
Choices.
whether you're Bud Light, or Nike, or Maybelline, or Mattel, or the debaters, is brand suicide.
Holy Spirit, would you link me into the hardcore soul cycles of my hardcore hermits?
She's been a trans disturber.
Stabilization.
A wonderful non-binary androgynous asexual tabula rasa. Or should I say,
Holy Spirit.
tabula
What do
rasa?
our hardcore hermits need to be aware of? Ooh, the usual, I see. Conflict, stabilizing conflict. That's a little different, I guess. Usually it's unstable conflict, but with unstable people.
Do you think my parents are happy?
Okay, what do we got in the heart of the situation for our hardcore hermit? Ooh, that was quick. Ooh, imprisonment or initiation. So the heart of the matter is imprisonment. Either you or somebody you know. This could be past, present, future. Somebody you know.
Made this debate about more than we're debating. It is time now for the bare knuckle round. We're debating.
There might be
Barbie in today's world. So I'm telling you to unpack and reissue.
this could be mental imprisonment, I'm thinking. But also, there's going to be people, I think, that are going to be going to prison that you know, or maybe knew at one time. Well, maybe a couple. There's been some kind of I don't know, there's been some kind of like, in a lot of the readings I've noticed there's been like a lot of undertones, let's say, of like some kind of investigation going on, so be wary of that. Could be, so everybody you're around might not be who you think they are, or might have ulterior motives, so be cautious of that. See how she's blindfolded? I'm thinking, that's kind of like how a lot of these people are walking around. Like they don't know who they're really dealing with. They're walking around wearing blindfolds, which could be their pride. Sometimes people are too prideful to believe that maybe not everybody they're around has their best interests in mind. You know what I mean? And that's to their own. That's to their own deprivation, because like literally they're gonna, I think a lot of people, these blindfolds are gonna be ripped off pretty soon, and a lot of people are gonna be pretty fucking alarmed at what they see. So what do we got in the challenge position there, Holy Spirit, for our hardcore hermits? Ooh, temperance, okay. So challenge is to, you could be dealing with a Sagittarius, you could be dealing with a challenging Sagittarius, somebody you're challenged by, or I'm thinking this could be your spirit team, this could be Archangel Michael and his crew there, giving you downloads possibly, who to trust, who not to trust. Because, like I say, they know everybody. They can see like they see everything. There's nothing that they don't see. They're in the fifth dimension, and they can basically hear a snake fart in Egypt. You know what I mean? They can at any time they know what's going on, and not only do they know who's where, like say satellite up in space, they can see the whole world and they know where everybody is, but they also know what they can read everybody's hearts, and they know what everybody's real true intentions are. So, if you want to get the jump on this and not be caught in snares of the world and the world's justice, listen to these downloads that you get from your 5D spirit team there. Because for a lot of you, it's going to be the only thing that's going to save you. Because these eyes aren't gonna see through everything. What do we got in the the subconscious? Oh, blocked. Consciously, you're thinking that the Queen of Pentacles could be blocking your Wheel of Fortune, blocking your fate, and Queen of Pentacles, you're thinking possibly could be blocking your what's fated for you, like your life path. Nobody can block that. Like a lot of people are under like the illusion that they can do this. Like take, well, maybe some people, I don't know, maybe some people they can, but for the hardcore hermits, the ones I'm talking to right now, nobody can take your. Nobody can take your destiny or your what you're here to do, because believe me, that is protected. Because there's a reason why you're here, and the Most High God put you here for a reason to do what you're here to do, and the devil himself can't fuck that up. So I doubt about any of these people who think they can sacrifice you to demons. You know what? It's just the demons scared, because basically these people are they're puppets, man. They've sold their souls, man. They know they're gonna burn in hell. They know their lives are over, man. Like if they're even still in there, if they're in there, maybe they still have a fighting chance. But if they're not, which most of them that I've seen, they're not even in there anymore. They've been replaced. Like I say, they're taxi cabs. It's like somebody carjacked them, punched the fucking driver in the nose and threw them down the sewer or something, or wherever. They're probably already burning in hell. You know what I mean? For giving the demons that much power over them. So, yeah. That's the way I see it anyway. So don't worry about this. This is just subconsciously what you're thinking. But nobody can do that. And then God himself could. But if God put you down here for a reason, you think he's going to second guess? He knows what he put you down here for. What do we got in the, past? How the fuck did we get here, you hardcore motherfuckers? Oh, that's too nice. Oh. Ace of Pentacles. Okay, so in the past you got a gift from Spirit. This is something you can taste, touch, or feel, or something that you will lead to something you can taste, touch, and feel. It doesn't always have to be like a bag of money on the bus that somebody left there or something like that. It could be like a gift that was bestowed to you that is going to gain you riches, that's going to make you wealthy. It doesn't have to be. It's a lot of, like most of the time, I don't know. I never heard of anybody just finding a suitcase full of money. Actually, the only one time I ever did hear of that, the dumb idiots gave it back. If I found this, I don't know, maybe they're just better than me. But if I found like a suitcase with like $100 grand on the bus, I don't think I would bring that to the police station and be like, oh, somebody left this on the bus. Because if somebody was that careless to leave that on the bus, like, really, do you think they really need that money? Just saying, that's not stealing to me. So yeah, I'm thinking that this is a gift given to you by the Spirit. It's gonna make your life easier because you guys have put up with a lot. You put up with betrayal. You put up with like people trying to kill you. You put up with people trying to steal your destiny, and well, basically by people who are, like I say, puppets that, you know, somebody's pulling their strings, and the demons can't get anywhere near you, so they'll send somebody else. They'll brainwash some weaker-minded person to come and try and take you out, right? And that'll never work either. They're like the ones who try to take me out. Usually they don't even make it to the fucking door. Something happens, their fucking car will flip over 6 times and fucking smash their head off a fucking what do you call it? One of those things where the things the dogs piss on all the time. Those fucking things. Fire hydrant. There you go. Because, yeah, nobody's going to interfere with what God wants, because God is in control. He's the Most High. Big Red ain't the Most High. He may try to fuck up his plan from time to time, but even he knows that he can't do that. I think he just likes sending these meat puppets to their death, because, whatever, the more the merrier down there, right? And they have somebody to torture. What do we got in the present situation there for my hardcore hermits?
Thank you very much. Bread, cheddar, lettuce.
The Hanged Man, okay, so presently you could be getting a different perspective of things.
Actually, though, those are
It could
all
be,
the thing that you all paid to witness what I just said.
could be dealing with a Pisces. You could be,
Young Canadians know all kinds of acronyms these days.
could be feeling stuck.
LMFAO.
Could be feeling like things aren't going, like,
Only by talking about money
going,
can we teach our young people about the key
fast enough for
financial
you. You might feel like things are not working out.
acronyms.
But have a little faith, because
TFSA.
that's what this is, getting a perspective is all about, right? Getting a new perspective is believing in, is walking by faith, not by walking by with these eyes, but with walking with your spiritual eyes. You know what I mean? Having trust in God and trusting in Him to guide you down where you're supposed to go, because
Charging you more fees than you realize.
yeah. That's definitely what this. Also, could be maybe you're hanging out with some kinky chicks and maybe getting tied up by them. You never know. Something like that. Could be something like that happening. Could be applying something like that, or you could be.
Many non-Western cultures are fine with openly discussing money, so why do Canadians think it's rude? I'll tell you.
We'll pull more. We'll get another pull on this with our deck too. What do we got in the future there, Holy Spirit, for our hardcore hermits?
Made their fortune? Right. Therefore, if someone doesn't want to talk about money, it's because they earned it through terrible crimes against humanity.
Okay, in the future we got a tower, right on. So in the future we do got a tower. You're gonna be dropping. You probably are getting tied up by presently, or like in the near future, like by some kinky chicks. But you, after that, you're gonna have a tower. You're gonna have a tower, because there's people that are trying to interfere with what you're doing here, and what they're I'm seeing these people as the tower, because their foundations are built on false beliefs, false belief systems that have no, and a house built on the rock is gonna stand, but a house built in the sand is gonna get like washed away. So these towers that these belief systems that these people believe in, they're not gonna stand, because they're not built on the rock. They're not built on God. God doesn't have any. He's the foundation. You have to build. Jesus is this cornerstone, and that's the cornerstone is the most important part of the foundation. If it's not built on that, it's gonna wash away. Okay, and Jesus could be. I believe in Jesus, and but Jesus can show himself to many people in many different ways, right? So he showed himself to Moses as a burning bush. He showed himself, you know what? So he can show himself to anybody, anyway. I've heard of people, and I know one guy who said God talked to him and he sounded like water. Like he was talking. I said, "What does water sound like?" And he couldn't even explain it, because that's how God is, man. Like he's so amazing. You can't explain it. But I believe him. I could tell by his eyes. Like he was telling the truth, and God spoke to him as water. So, yeah. So don't ever call down somebody else's beliefs just because you don't understand where they're coming from, because God maybe doesn't always show up as Jesus, and the devil shows up as Jesus sometimes too. I've heard people say that they've met Jesus, and there's been lots of accounts of people talking to Jesus, but the devil will disguise himself as an angel of light. He'll disguise himself. If his favorite place to sit would be at the pulpit of a church, so he could deceive as many people as possible. So just remember that. Well, a lot of preachers are hiding behind Botox and trophy wives and shit like that. Like, do you got eyes to see? Do you see what's really going on? And maybe some of them are. You know what I mean? I'm not whatever. I'm just saying, make sure, ask God if before you start taking in the bread that somebody's feeding you, make sure that the guy giving you the bread is a messenger of God, because there's a lot out there that can really trick you, and they're not. So make sure you have eyes to see, because in the last days everybody's going to be deceived, even the people who sitting like behind the pulpit. So what do we got in the way you're influencing this? These two? Cool, right? Okay, so we got these. What's her name there? Svetlana just pulled. I was watching her reading, and she got these exact same two nights. That was in a Libra read. That's right. You see, these readings are like the hardcore Hermit and the Libra and the Virgo readings are all intertwined, because these two nights popped out in different areas, but these two exact nights where I was watching her reading popped out right beside each other too, which I find that's fascinating. And like the chances of that happening, like in a read, are like, you know what I mean? I don't know the exact numbers, but if you did the math, you'd be amazed. Like that's okay. So you're most likely gonna have a Knight of Cups and a Queen of Swords. Okay, this is a Queen of Swords. These are the same two though. There's two birds in the air on the Queen of Swords too. So I'm thinking that the Queen of Swords, she's very perceptive. But this one, he almost looks like a shaman, eh? Like he knows, he's in touch with nature, right? And those birds are his eyes. See how his eyes are closed in this one? This Queen of Swords, she can use nature to her advantage. She could use, she's made alliances with the birds of the air. She's made alliances with the trees. She can communicate with them, and they can communicate with her. And they can tell her when danger's coming. They can tell her. So you notice how his eyes are closed there? It's because he knows. He's got eyes looking. See how both birds are looking separate ways? You can see behind him right now. If something happens behind him, that bird's going to tell him. We got a Knight of Cups here. Who is somebody bringing in a... so the way you're influencing this is you're perceptively giving love offerings to certain people that have passed the test, possibly. That you've noticed are like loyal and you know, they can be trusted, because there's certain people, most people, I'd say 99.9% of people don't pass that test when it comes just to loyalty. Because loyalty is like more important than all the gold in the world. It really is. Because you can have all the gold in the world, and some greedy son of a bitch that you trust, they can stab you in the back and take it all from you. If you have somebody that you can turn your back on, and you don't need these two birds, and you know they got your back 100% no matter what, that's worth more than all the gold in the world, all the money in the world, because money's fake anyway. It's a control mechanism, right?
But I definitely would not if someone had just talked to me about money. Thank you.
What do we got in the hopes and fears?
With a good argument and a nice shout out to our friends at Liberal Arts Degrees, which I think makes up a pretty large proportion of our audience, to be honest.
Hopes and fears, okay.
It's time to vote.
Hopes.
Applause. Who agreed with
Oh my
Martha
god,
that when
okay,
it
so
comes
here's your
to
energy here. Nice cleavage there, by the way, Hermit.
in the vote?
You got the Hermit here. I'm thinking these are both hopes. Is that your investigation, your investigation for your strengths and your investigation for truth, your investigations and your searching for wisdom, for wisdom of the past that you've learned in other lifetimes, that you can bring those. You've been doing this slowly. You can bring these back. You can bring them into your. You can bring them. Like you can remember them. There's still links to those. Like Your memory was erased, but when you're in touch with the source, when you got a connection with the Most High, the source, like you can gain all that back. There's connections back to that, and he'll slowly reveal it to you. But he's not going to give it to you if he can't trust you either, right? You know what I mean? Because he's giving you that information. I'm thinking he knows he can trust you though, because you guys are here for a reason, and it's been written on your heart, every single one of you. But some of you are not going to follow that, right? Some people, believe it or not, even if they do have a purpose here, are going to be deceived by the devil, and they're going to follow another path, and they're going to miss out on everything. They might even miss out on their names being blotted out of the book of life. You know what I mean? Which I don't know. It's a very sad and scary thing. Like, really, it is, because your souls are eternal, even though these bodies wither and die. Like, and your soul goes on, and your soul will eventually, if you keep on denying God, and you refuse to change and do what you're put here to do, eventually there is somewhere where souls get recycled and sent. And I don't know. I don't know if the soul, even then, if it I don't even know if it I think it's a very horrible place where they get recycled, and I do believe you have to start all over again, right from scratch, and lose all those lifetimes and then whatever. Because you know what, I don't believe God ever destroys. Like, it's energy. Energy never dies, it just changes forms, right? It just when your soul passes on, like, I've witnessed this. I've seen, like, when people die, and like when their souls leave their body, like, you can almost, it's almost like you could sense and see, you know. So you can feel it. If you're highly intuitive, you can feel that soul leaving that person's body. The Fool and the Hermit. So these are both hopes. You're hoping to embark on this new journey, going within and retrieve all the information from your past lifetimes, which the Fool is actually doing. If you look in most of the renditions of the Fool, there he's carrying a stick with a bag, and that bag has all his experience from all his past lifetimes in it. And that is accessible, you know what I mean? But you have to take that up with the Most High, and he can't handle all that knowledge at once. He'll release it to you slowly, you know what I mean? Because that's a lot of information. So, what do we have in the the lens you're looking through? The lens you're looking through are hardcore.
Concert on June 17th in downtown Winnipeg has now died, and 2 teenagers have been charged in connection with his death. It happened last Saturday night when
Lens you're looking through. I like this. This is a 10 of Cups. You're looking at it for the most love. You're looking for, like, see all these people around him? These are the people he can trust. These are the people that, you know, this is your soul tribe. This is your family, like your soul tribe, like your. Doesn't even have to be like your blood family. It can be like just the people you can trust, the people that you know, you have a soul connection with. You've been here before with them. You know you've been here before with them. You've experienced this many times with them, and sometimes they fall short, and you know. They're the seed that gets scattered on the. It doesn't fall like on the rock in the right place. It falls. It doesn't fall in the right place. The birds eat it, or you know what I mean. It's like stolen. You know. They're stolen, and because they listen to lying spirits and didn't listen to God, or maybe were tricked into not even knowing that there is a God. You know. See all the different colors there too. That's what makes me think, like, this isn't just like your this isn't like blood relation family. This is like soul tribe family. These are like even people that's passed onto the fifth dimension, and you still have a connection with them. Like they don't have to be the same skin color as you. They don't have to be whatever. These are just people that you've created a bond with, and you've done this many times with them.
It was so different. It was shocked. Like,
And there's a baby right there.
Still don't believe it, but
Another baby right
we're
there.
all here for each other. We all miss him. But there's really nothing we can do about it. That's a
This is a good picture. You know, the cat and the dog are buddying up there. The cat and dog do each other. They're not fighting. What do we got in the environment? Environment for hardcore hermits.
In other news, a redeveloped plastic surgery clinic at the Health Sciences Center is being
And you know, like loyalty is like the one thing. Like money, you can lose money and get it back, right? But loyalty, once you lose that shit, like nobody's gonna trust you anymore. Once they see your true colors, if you're the Judas type person, you got a Judas spirit. You get that spirit's cast out or whatever, but nobody trusts those people, man. Nobody likes a rat, as they say. You know what I mean? What do we got in the environment? We've got a. This is the Knight of Swords. Okay, so this guy was like, this is the one that showed up in Svetlana's reading there beside the other one. This is the Knight of Swords. Okay, so this is somebody rushing in, doing something quick and brave. This could be you. I'm thinking it's probably you. Rushing in and doing something brave because you're the hardcore hermit, right? That's what we do. It's not really it may look brave to other people, but you know what? When you have faith in God, it's like, what do you have to fear, really? He's got your back. He's got your front, back, side to side, even if you can't see behind you. You got look. There's one bird in the air looking the other way in this one, so you can see behind his back.
There are reports China has summoned the U.S. ambassador over comments made this week.
What do we got in the outcome?
Comments include Biden referring to Chinese President Xi Jinping as a dictator. But Biden insists he's not concerned about the state of U.S.-Chinese relations.
Outcome, we got a 10 of Wands. Okay, so in the future, you're going to have some burdens. Burdens bring strength, though, right? So, we're going to have, look what just showed up. Burdens, and then this one popped out, strength. It's like I just knew that was going to pop up. I didn't really, but as soon as I said strength, there you go. See, this one's straight. This is what I'm talking about. Look, see how she's friends with all the animals? God created every single animal on this planet. And who do you have to fear when God, the creator of the heavens and the earth, not just this earth, but maybe even other earths and other dimensions, other variations of this earth that we're living on right now? What do you have to fear when that kind of power has your back and has you a purpose for you to do here? And who's going to stop you? The devil's not going to stop you. He's here to train you. He's here to train you so you can ascend on to the next dimension there. He's not so you can ascend. He's here to train you. People say, "Oh, I hate the devil. I hate the devil." I hear all these people in church all the time. I hate the devil. I hate the devil. You know what? The devil's here to strengthen you. He's here to bring you burdens. He's here to throw all these sticks on your back and make you walk through the mud so that you can ascend to the next level. What do we got in the, okay, we got stabilization. So these burdens may take a while, but eventually you're going to get used to them and you're going to gain muscle to carry those burdens. So, enjoy, guys.